No, well, as a family, we've always been very hot on conservation. We've always believed it's an important part for people to be in touch with nature. And you've actually got to have your bare feet on the ground to do that. And many years ago, in the 1990s, we created a fund, my wife and I, in memory of our second son, Benjamin Raymond Oppenheimer, who died as an infant. And that has always been dedicated to supporting conservation operations throughout southern Africa. And we're here today because Morgan Hauptfleisch, the professor here, came and approached us to see whether we'd be prepared to sponsor a chair. And we think this fits in very well with what we're doing. It gives an opportunity to work with, particularly with para-conservation people in the communities, which is so important. But conservation doesn't work from the top down. You've got to involve everybody from the farmers on the ground through. And as long as you get all of their commitment, then you can make something happen. It's $6 million Namibian dollars, and it's for Professor Hauptfleisch to set up a program involving the interaction between wildlife and the people on the ground. And I think this is very important.
It's quite crucial at this stage because of the development. We're all aware what is happening with our rhinos in Namibia, and we need to understand, in order for us to have informed policy, we need to know what is happening with some of these visionary programs, especially the custodianship program that started 30 years ago by the Ministry of Environment and Tourism. But we can only do informed decision when we understand how the program is performing, what needs to be done, because it's based on voluntary basis, and also the incentives that has to go to the farms. So we really just need to understand to inform policy to say this is what is happening within the program.
So the main focus of that, why we are doing looking at Kunene is that because most of the incidents of the human-wildlife conflicts happens in Kunene, and Kunene is one of the driest land. So there's a lot of things going on, especially with the elephant movement, what they are doing in Kunene. So this project now is here to address the reason why those elephants are moving, and also how can we establish the corridors for those elephants to move freely without actually impacting, damaging the infrastructure of of peoples. At the current moment, what have been happening in the past, most of the researchers, or what we know about elephants conflicts, how to avoid them is we use normal conventional things like non-lethal, which is mostly using the bees, and also chili bombs, making noise, then they run away. But eventually those elephants, they come back again to the same place because they are smart. They know already that these people, they are not going to do anything bad to us. And there's another lethal things that usually people retaliate because they are angry seeing their farms being damaged by shooting the elephants. And this is the reason now, this is some of the things we do not want to see our elephants being killed because they are quite important to the ecosystem of that landscapes. They are the only one that able to make the pathway for the small one to go through, and also to solve the issue with the bush encroachment. So with that, including the tourist attractions, people comes all the way from Europe to come and see the elephants. So this is those are one of motivations that we have to look at this to understand how they move, and also to try to make recommendation for the people to be able to stay together with elephant and human beings in harmony.